Guys, there's just something about my intro song. Uh, 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 it's amazing. It's just on another level. Nevertheless, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Glory Show with myself, Mtabi. Yes, I am your host, and I am super excited to be in your presence today. I hope that you're also happy to see me. Can I just say this? Today is just one of those days where I'm always happy, okay? I'm always happy, but today is one of those days where I just want to say, you know what? I appreciate you for making time. I appreciate you for taking an effort to be a part of the show. So, with that said, I just want to say thank you. You're amazing. Continue being amazing. Anyway, if you're joining us from TikTok, from YouTube, from Facebook, welcome. I am happy to see you and thank you so much for the love and the support. Listen, I never take it for granted. And of course, I am Tabi. If you don't know this amazing queen, let me just give you a brief intro, okay? Tabi is a brand builder, a YouTuber, of course, content creator, and yes, an influencer. So it's what we're going to be talking about influencer marketing, how to become an influencer. It's important that you know that I am also an influencer, right? So you're probably wondering, what is an influencer? What is influencer marketing? How can I make money from being an influencer? Well, you're going to find that out throughout the show. So stick around, enjoy the show. If you have any questions, you're welcome to drop them on the comments. Whether you're watching from Facebook, TikTok, you're welcome to definitely put the question, whatever comment that you might have, put it there and I'll be able to check it out and help you where I can, okay? So yeah, let's get this show rolling. So what is the first part of the show? But before that, I want you to understand something, that on Real Talk with Ntabi, we aim to empower and transform you. And of course, we get to do that what? One video at a time. Morning to have a good morning. It's always a good morning to have a good morning. If you're watching this and it's afternoon, it's a good day to have a good day. So make the most of today. So without a waste of time, let's go to the very first part of the show, and that is the code of the day. All right, so the first part of the show is, of course, a code. Now, I got some codes, and I thought we need an influencer code today because we're talking about influence today. So let's see the code of the day. Awesome. I can see we already have some people commenting, having some questions and everything on TikTok. And we've got Pindi joining us on YouTube. Thank you, Queen. Welcome. All right. So the quote of the day says, people can break through the noise. People trust people. Influence is about relationship. So this is Heath. I think, do I know much about Heath? Should we even Google what she does? Let's see. I think, let me just, she's a director. Okay, I just Googled her right now. Heath, which is Tarona Heath. She's a director, market engagement of what? I can't see the company name. But just know that she's a director, marketing engagement and all of that. She is also part of the B Business to Business Institute at LinkedIn. Okay, so that's something about her. She's she's just amazing. There's just so many things about her here, but she is working with LinkedIn and all of that. So that is a code. She says that people can break through the noise. People trust people. Influence is about relationship. Now, I actually people can break through the noise. I hear that, and I do believe that how, or if I can just explain it, what it basically means is that people can break through just whatever noise. Like if you, there's just so much noise on social media about a particular what topic and everything, you can break through the noise. And how I think about it is that you can somehow break through and stand out on your own and somehow focus on your own type of what topic content in a way. That's how I'm thinking about it right now. So I always say this, that sometimes you have to be a moment. You have to have moments in your life where you just make sure that you pause and just tone down the noise from social media and all of that. Just tone down the noise and stop listening to what everyone has to say. Yes, tone down the noise, even if it means that you pause a little bit from listening to what I have to say. Pause a little bit and just, regroup. It's so important that we do that often, guys. If we keep if we keep listening to just everything, feeding our minds, our brains with everything, we miss out on just having moments where you will listen to what we have to say, right? So tone down the noise a little bit. Okay, people trust people. Now, when you think about trust, how is trust built? Trust is built based on whatever relationship that you've built, right? So you know that when trust is broken, it's very difficult to rebuild that trust, right? Now, if when it comes to like a business, when it comes to trust, you need to prove to me that I can trust you. You need to prove that I can trust you with my brand, I can trust you with my company, I can trust you with the money that I have to pay you in my company. So meaning you need to prove to me that you're capable of doing your best, you're capable of making sure that you excel or you deliver at a request or at a task that is given. That's why in an interview, before you can get hired, you go through interviews. Not just interviews, you also get to be assessed, right? And before then, there has to be certain things that you get to do in order for the company to be sure that, okay, we can trust this person with our brand based on the skills, based on the knowledge, based on the ability to do something, right? Even if, because sometimes you might think, and since we're always speaking about influence and content marketing and everything, there are other things that you can just excel on without having a particular skill. But practically so, if you can practically do something, that's when someone will be able to see if you are capable of handling a project, handling a business, a project, a campaign, or whatever, right? So sometimes it's all about, okay, what results can you produce? And what have you done? What have you produced? What results have you managed to gather ever since you started with whatever that you've done, right? And if you're new into something, into a space, let's say, for example, you say, Ntabi, you know what? I can really market your t-shirt brand. I can really market your earrings. Give me a pair of your earrings. I will showcase this on my channel or on my Instagram, and I will get people to buy your earrings. Trust me with that. And when I do that and I see that, okay, you are able to actually make people buy into the product and you are selling. And if it's something that you've never done, but I can see the results through your views, the engagements, and of course the sales, I'll be like, okay, then this, I can trust you. I can trust you. So I can trust you and say, okay, I'm gonna give you 10 more of this product, and then we can split the profit or something like that, right? So that is influencer marketing right there. That is influencer marketing on its own. All right. So that's something that you need to take note of. Now, influence is about relationship. Now, I just spoke about that part to say you have to build a relationship with your audience. You have to what build a relationship with the people you work with. So having a relationship makes it easy for work to flow nicely and perfectly. So, okay, when you both are trustworthy to each other, and friendship also goes with trust, also goes with the ability to love what you're doing, not just doing something for the sake of just doing it. Okay, so it's so important that we understand that. And when it comes to influence and everything, you start to build friendships. You build friendships with the brands that you work for. I've built friendships with the brands that I've worked with, right? I am that loyal friend to the brands that I've worked with. And as much as I'm loyal, I know for a fact that I always need to check up on my friend, which is that brand. I always need to showcase some of my brand that is my friend, family. The brands that we work with, they become family. It's not just a brand because you just worked with it, they gave you money and all of that. You build a relationship with them. You always see the work that they're doing. You always engage. You always somehow what if maybe there's maybe a brand new idea that you might have, you can consult them and say, you know what, I was thinking, how about we do this and that? That's friendship right there. You build friendship, you build trust, and then at some point you want to grow, to be at another level. Now, let me tell you this. Something about being an influencer is that, pardon me, need to charge my laptop. Something about being an influencer is that you need to learn and understand or master a way of approaching brands, okay? Which is a conversation that we'll have one day where we just speak about how you can approach brands and everything. But now, before then, I want us to now talk about how do you, as an individual, become an influencer? How do you prepare yourself to be of influence, and so that you can even build your profile to a level where you can actually start working as an influencer, as a content creator, and all of that, right? So influence and content marketing or content creation goes hand in hand. Please take note of that. Being an influencer goes hand in hand with creating content. I will not come to you and ask you to market a product if I haven't seen the content that you create, if I haven't seen the value that you can put or you can bring in my brand. You get my point? So it goes along with content creation, content marketing, right? Now, influencer marketing, which I'll be talking about later, is now an idea of how these brands work, which is something that might come in handy for you as a brand or as someone who aspires to be an influencer. Okay, all right. Now, we're going to move on to the next part of the show. But before that, let's see what's happening on the chat. On this chat. So currently on the chat, we have Julia on TikTok saying, I just started a small business and I would like for people to recognize me, especially online. Okay, so Julia has a business. She recently started it and she wants people to recognize her online. So, darling, that is a question of digital marketing. So, digital marketing is what you need right now. So I can say to you that, okay, already you have a TikTok account. So consider having other platforms, create business accounts on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, Twitter, and all of that. Okay. Start putting together all the things, all the business tools that you're doing, whether you're selling a product, whether you're offering a service, put it together on social media. And of course, once you're done with that, you can also consider having a website. Well, some of us, we are able to design websites. I have a design company, IL Designs, so I can definitely help you by designing your website. So you need to somehow be searchable. So the product that you're offering, you need to be searchable. So how do you become searchable? Obviously, you have to create an online presence. So like I said, you can start firstly with creating those social media accounts and also have a LinkedIn one. So the reason why I'm starting with social media accounts is because if you can go to Google right now and Google Real Talk with typing, there are high chances that on the first one, it might be my website. Second one, it might be one of my social media networks. It could be the Instagram one or the LinkedIn one or the TikTok, or the Facebook one. And then a third, it can be either my YouTube or whatever, right? So in a way, you make it easier for you to be recognized on social media. So by the time you also do your website, if your social media platforms will boost your boost you in terms of getting you more traffic and having social media accounts. The minute you have a website, it becomes so much easy when people are on your social media platform and see a picture of what you're offering, and then you say, okay, there's more information on my website. You have the link on social media. What do? They just automatically click there and go and see what you're offering on your platform, right? So that's the best thing, because you need to remember that on social media, you don't get to put so many things. You can only do so much. You can only put certain things and all of that. Now, there are a lot of people that normally say that, but you know what? It all depends on the kind of business that you have. You don't necessarily need a website, but I can tell you now that you definitely need a website, and not just a website, a responsive website that is optimized, that is CEO friendly, that is searchable, that is direct in terms of what you are offering. So it's so important that we take note of that. You are not just going to have a website for the sake of having a website. I always say that a website is not just about having a pretty website, but it's all about what does it do for you, okay? How is it, how is it somehow delivering or adding value to what you're trying to achieve? That's how it is. That's how it is. In my opinion, that's how you should look at a website. But I get to advise a lot on that, and I have even content around how you can create a website or the importance of a website. But nevertheless, let's move. I hope I was able to answer you. Good morning, Pindi. Good morning. Work with all says, at least I know around this time on a lucky day, Ntavi is serving something. Honey, I am always serving some good content. I'm always serving you guys with some knowledge. And I'm saying this, guys, if you are out there and you are not making time to be a part of my YouTube channel, girl, I don't know what you're waiting for. I just don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I honestly don't know what your intentions are. So let's just see if we have comments on social media. Let's see, who do we have here? So we've got Pilani is showing us some love on Digital Boss Facebook page. Thank you so much. Much love and appreciation to you. I'm super fly, like a bird. Okay, okay, all right. Breaking through the noise means something different, but okay, okay. Well, there are different ways. What does it mean? Guys, if you're out there and you have, excuse me, And if you have an explanation about breaking through the noise, what does it mean? Maybe I didn't explain it right. What does breaking through the noise mean? Breaking through the noise. I'm actually Googling it because yeah, I want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So someone is saying how I was explaining it is not right. So what does breaking through the noise mean? Because that's what I want to find out. Break through the noise, all right? So I'm Googling it, by the way. It's very important. I believe that if I'm wrong, I stand to be corrected. So that's what I want to correct myself. So the idiom, okay, I'm reading now. Someone is commenting here and saying the idiom cut through the noise means that you are able to communicate in a way that grabs people's attention. It is often used in business to refer to ways of marketing that will help a company stand out from its competition. I think I explained it, but maybe I didn't explain it well. But the whole point is obviously breaking through the noise. It means that as much as there's just different people doing one thing, you can somehow stand out. I think that's what I try to explain. You can stand out and be unique. So meaning we can all have YouTube channels, right? We can all speak about content marketing, but there is a unique way that I'm speaking about it. And you might also have a unique way of doing it. Or maybe you and I might be having a shop. We both sell bread. Guys, please bear with me. My laptop has a noise coming out. It's a fan, and it's kind of irritating, but please bear with me. Please bear with me. Now, if you and I both sell bread, I need to make sure that, okay, since you are my competition, I need to see how I can communicate my selling point better to other people, right? So meaning I should be able to communicate in a way that grabs people's attention. So my selling point needs to be on point. My value proposition needs to be on point, right? So thank you so much for whoever who commented on TikTok. Let's see. DJ, thank you for that. And thank you for helping me so that I can clarify it. So basically this means that you are somehow creating content that will stand out. So breaking through the noise, you become, relevant. You stand out amongst the rest. You find that unique selling point, right? Like I was saying, when we both sell bread, the way I sell my bread, if I have a unique selling point from my branding, from my delivery, from my marketing of the product, that is it's somehow an indication of where my brand will go, right? So if I can break through the noise and be that one who is standing out, then it means that there are high chances, there are high chances of you buying my bread, okay? That is that. Tabang says, bring my laptop to you and I'll fix it. I don't think it's not broken. It's not broken. It's just the fan. The fan makes noise. It's not broken. So yeah, it's not broken, my friend. But thank you so much for that. If it's broken, I'll definitely bring it to you. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. You see, this is how we really grow. This is how we learn. Someone corrected me in terms of explaining how to break through the noise. I think the first time I didn't clarify it, but I'm hoping that you got something out of it. All right. So without a waste of time, let's go to the next segment of the show. And what is on the social? On TikTok, they're asking me, how am I doing? I'm like, I'm doing amazing. Yeah, I'm doing amazing. I am doing amazing. Okay. So what's happening on the socials? So on the socials today, I just want us to really speak about how to take your personal brand serious. How to take your personal brand serious. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to become a content creator and make money out of it, for you to become an influencer and make money out of it, it means that you have to take your personal brand serious. We have to somehow understand what you're about. This morning, there's a lady. She's a trader. She's a podcaster, and all of that. She was saying that this is who I am. When you Google me, this is what you find. And she pointed out that one day Ntabi mentioned that it's important for you to be known for something, to know what you're known for. So I'm going to say this again to you. It's so important. Hello, Mosa. It's so important, guys, that you know what you're known for. What are you known for? What are you known for? That's a question that I have. What are you known for? When people think about you, what do they say? When people look at your platform, what do they see and what do they say after that, right? So take your personal brand serious. So you're probably wondering, what is your personal brand? Your personal brand, guys, is not you having your name branded and put on a logo, and that's it. It's your personal brand. No, your personal brand is what you are known for, what you stand for, what value are you providing to other people, and what value are you getting back? And also, how is your personal brand working for you or working on your behalf? Now, let me just give you a little brief. Let me Okay, someone is comment. Hello, can you make a request available? I mean, Stamza, as you can see, I am busy on a line. How can I make a request available if I am talking? Like, guys, my TikTok family, why are you disappointing me right now? I mean, I am live. How am I gonna accept a request when I'm live? Anyway, we move, right? Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. So what I was saying, you see now, I kind of lost my train of thought. But okay, this is what I was saying. My point is, for you to understand your personal brand, you have to ask yourself, okay, how is it benefiting me, and how are other people benefiting, right? Now, I'll make an example. Real Talk Within Time is a brand on its own. I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is now a brand. And I've branded myself to a point where I monetize the work that I'm doing. So how did I monetize the work that I'm doing? If you're going to invite me to speak at your event, you're going to have to pay me. If you're going to invite me to to speak in your company and all of that, somehow you will need to pay me, because that is value that I'm giving. That is a service that I'm giving. So before, I used to do that for free because I was obviously starting out building my brand. But when I got to be well established and well skilled, well put together, I saw the need to monetize that. And that's how you build your personal brand. That's how you take your brand serious. You can't just wake up and keep doing things and they are not benefiting you in the long run. Okay? So that's how I look at it. So the brand that you create for yourself, let it be a brand that will someday work for your advantage or work in your advantage, meaning it will bring money for you, right? So I started doing my motivational, my public speaking in churches and all of that. I never got to get paid. Like I never got paid for that at some point, right? So my brand, Abuti, is Real Talk with Ntabi. If you can Google Real Talk with Ntabi right now, Prince, you will see the brand that I have. Now, I don't want you guys to confuse the name Real Talk with Ntabi or your brand name than what value that needs to come out of it, right? So the value that I got to give, guys, I got to use the skill that I have from doing business talks, from doing empowerment and motivational talks, and make sure that I get paid for that, because it's something that I got to constantly do and sharpen, and to a point where I was able to deliver, the best messages ever, to train audience, to train brands, to train companies. I was hired at one agency company at some point, and I was asked to deliver a business talk for them, talking about digital marketing and all of that. So it's so important that you take your brand serious, because it can take you far. It can take you way far, ladies and gentlemen. Take you way far. So don't underestimate what you know now. And if you are doing something for the sake of just doing it because, okay, it's fun, it's a hobby, I like doing this, and you don't see value in investing in that so that later on it can bring food in your table, then yeah, then I don't know. And right now, guys, what we are realizing is that jobs, opportunities are slowly decreasing. So what that means is that a lot of people are getting retrenched. A lot of people are getting their salaries cut off. A lot of people are getting fired. Well, maybe not fired. Yeah, retrenched is the word. So what this means is that you need to see how you can somehow make your brand work for you, how you can make your talent, your skill work for you. Whatever that you know, whatever that you think you're capable of doing, not think, I'm sorry, wrong word. Whatever that you think you are able to do or you are skilled in, or whatever that you're passionate about and willing to make it go to an extra level, you will need to put in an effort and then sharpen that and work towards building that as a brand. That's how you take your brand serious. So we all have social media platforms. Majority of us have social media platforms, but we don't know how to use our social media platforms. We just use our social media platforms for the sake of just being online, for the sake of just getting likes, people commenting, but we don't see a bigger picture. And a bigger picture is that there can be an advantage from the audience that you build. So meaning you can build an audience that will be so engaging and love the work that you're doing, meaning you need to set your brand in a way that it represents what you want to be known for. So if you're going to be creating content around technology, content around building a home, content about food, content about beauty, you already know who's going to be your target audience, right? You already know that, okay, if I create content about food and all of that, I can target companies like Woolworths, companies like this delivery companies and all of that. Excuse me. Delivery companies, and you go like, okay, I propose that you somehow, okay, this is how you propose. You will tell them that this is the audience that I have, and the audience that I have can actually engage on this and can buy into this because this is the content that I've created about food and all of that. So I think this will help you get more audience to your platforms, or to buy into the products that you have and all of that, or to even order from your company, they say. So it could be many things. So you will need to approach them based on the statistics, based on your analytics. So your analytics is proof as to, okay, how much traffic is coming to your platforms. For every post that you created around whatever product, whether it's a beauty product, whether it's hair, whether it's makeup, and whether it's clothing or whatever the case may be, then they will see that, oh, okay, so this could be a great fit for our project, or a great fit for our brand, because she's aligned with the brand. Okay, so that's the most important thing that you have to take note of. I'm seeing a lot of great influences, and I'll make an example with the very own Mpumi Driver. I love Mpumi. She's a sister I never had, by the way, and she's younger than me. But when I think of her, I feel like, oh, she's an older sister. I see how Mpumi has built her brand, and I see how she was able to well establish what her brand stands for or focuses on, right? And you see, even with the brands that she works with, they are so in line with the content that she's creating. If you don't know Mpumi, please go to Instagram, search for Mpumi Libraba. Please, you will see what I'm talking about. She's one of the influencers or content creators that I really admire, and her work is amazing. Okay, nevertheless, we move, right? So establish a brand and make sure that you take it serious. And you take it serious and you align it to what you want to be known for. Guys, I always say this. Yesterday, I even said it, to say, I am growing and learning to understand that at some point, you will need to stop being all over the place, focusing on 1, 2, 3, 400 things, and start grouping your content so that even when a brand approaches you, even on your TikTok, if a brand approaches you, when they start scrolling and see the first 10 videos, they will somehow see, okay, so I can see this video doing this and that. Maybe we can use it on 1, 2, 3. There has to be an alignment, so that because before a brand can take you into a campaign or make you do work for them and everything, they will firstly check the kind of content that you create. A brand that is more about makeup and beauty, they won't recognize you if your content is just mainly about, I don't know, maybe food, for example, or travel. Well, okay, yeah, well, travel, I don't know. So it has to align. I hope you guys get what I'm saying, but it has to align. So meaning, even because like I'll make an example, on YouTube, you can become a lifestyle vlogger, for example. So what do you think when it comes to lifestyle? So when it comes to lifestyle, you think about travel, you think about beauty, you think about good food and all of that, right? So it's a little bit of all of those things combined. So if you can incorporate all like 3 things all in one, then it can work for you beautifully. So I see a lot of content creators on YouTube doing amazing. They're doing amazing, and they're getting so much recognition because their content is in line with what it's in line with what their category is all about. So the lifestyle is, you can see it's jelly, if I have to say so. So try by all means to make sure that you're known for something, so that if a brand approaches you, or if you approach a brand to say, okay, I've got 10K followers on TikTok, and every time I post a video, I get about 20,000 views and all of that. If you can approach a brand and say, okay, this is how the situation is. And yeah, I think I can market your brand. The same thing on YouTube. You do the same. You're like, okay, for every video I create, especially when it comes to doing a product, or maybe a self-care, maybe using facial products or whatever hair product, you get to have such an amount of views. You somehow have statistics, and a brand can easily identify that and use it to their advantage. So that's how you can somehow make a plan, or use that to your advantage. All right. So we're not going to be using our social media platforms just for the sake of using them. We're going to make money, guys. It's so important that we make money. We make money, okay? And you don't just make money without thinking or having a bigger picture. All right. So I had to pause a little bit on my social media and really think, okay, what more content am I going to create? And what is the message that I want to put across? And if I'm targeting to work with more brands from the brands that I've worked with, how am I going to, target that? How can I, roll out that so that I can be relevant and to be noticed by other brands? So that is so important, guys. I hope you took something out of it. Like I usually say, if you have a comment, you're welcome to comment and ask me anything. Okay? All right. We're moving to the next part of the show, and is let's talk. Right. So what are we talking about on the business section now? I want to speak about the benefits of being an influencer, or the benefits of using an influencer in your brand, in your business. Let's say maybe you are a company, you own a product, and you want to have an influencer that you can use so that they can market your product and all of that. So I'm going to quickly tell you the tips or things that you need to take note of. And I want you to understand how brands how brands benefit from using you as an influencer if you already are an influencer, right? Now, so having or using an influencer, it somehow builds trust. I spoke about building trust, or influence is about building a relationship, right? So building trust. So when you build trust, when me as an influencer, when I have TikTok, when I have Instagram, when I have Facebook, and I create content and I deliver, meaning I showcase what I believe in, something that I trust. Hey, something that I trust, that I believe in. Somehow is trust that I'm building for myself and my audience. So I'm asking them to trust that the product. Oh, thank you for the rose. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you so much, guys. I got a rose again. I got a gift on TikTok again today. Yay! Thank you so much, Desire. Hi, Kala. Good morning. Good day. What? Good afternoon. It's afternoon already. Okay. So yeah, basically that's that. It's so important that we understand that when you create content and you have built trust between your audience, and human trust, honestly trust, you are not just marketing a product for the sake of marketing it, but it's because you trust and believe in the product. So if you believe in something, and then tell us about it, it makes it so easy for me to also trust that, okay, all right, Ntabi is actually bringing up something great. She trusts the product. I mean, if I trust this nail butter product, and I say to you that actually I am using this product and it's so good on my skin, it treats me well, my skin remains moist for for as long as I have it applied and all of that, and my hands are nice and soft. If I can say that to you, then it means that you're going to trust and also look at my hands and see that, okay, actually, her hands are nice and glowing, So let me try it out. We have built that trust, and I'm not telling you about something that I'm not using. All right. So how do you improve brand awareness? So one of the benefits of having an influencer or using an influencer is that this builds brand awareness. So if you are here and you want to be an influencer, understand that one of the work that you will be doing is to somehow help a brand to just raise awareness more. And you raise more awareness by obviously showcasing what you're doing to your clients or to your, not clients, but to your audience, right? So that's how you raise awareness. You are making them aware. You are somehow making some noise to say, hey, you know what? Booby brand or a Real Talk with Ntabi brand or IL Designs is doing this and that. You are somehow pushing more engagement so that they can know more. Thank you so much for sharing my life. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys. And if you're still watching, do consider hitting that like button. Comment and tell me what you think about the show because wow, I am feeling it. I am feeling it. I'm enjoying it and I'm learning as I go. All right. So also it enriches your content strategy. So having an influencer or being an influencer, you are somehow benefiting or adding more benefit by enriching a content strategy of a brand. But it also enriches your own content. I also want you to take note that not only is the brand benefiting, but you on the other side are also benefiting because we're looking at the kind of content you're creating, the kind of campaign that you're working on. We're like, oh wow, that is so cool. All right, okay. So I cannot disclose which brands I'm working with, Desire, but what you can do is you can check out my Instagram. Now, let me just answer this, right? Let me answer this. And I'll speak, I think, let me just go into the part of Humanz because I was speaking about, okay, how you can use Humanz app and all of that, right? Now, Humanz app is a influencer marketing platform. It's an app that you can have on your phone. So that app, once you have it, you have different brands that will be there and they will have campaigns, right? So all the campaigns that they have a specific criteria in terms of how you can qualify to be how you can qualify to work with a particular brand, okay? So there's a certain way. You cannot just qualify to work on a campaign. Like this is how it works. Once you have desire, listen to this. Once you have that app, you link of all your social media accounts. The app is called Humanz app. Humanz as in HUMA and then Z. Humanz app. It's the branding is in blue. You will see a blue icon when you search for it. Okay, so this app is used by influencers and brands. So you have the option to advertise as a brand, and you have the option to create content as an influencer, right? You create content for that particular brand. So what happens is that you will need to have that app and link all your social media platforms. The current social media platforms that they use is Facebook, TikTok, no, I'm lying, not Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter. I've never seen Facebook. Unfortunately, I've never seen Facebook. So that's why I've never even had a campaign that requires me to also put content on Facebook. But maybe it's there. I don't know. Maybe You can actually do that, but I've never gotten a campaign that requires that. Okay, so that's another option right there. So you can do that and register all your social media accounts. So when you get a campaign, you will get a campaign that will ask you to what? To specify um, how much you would want, you bid for a campaign. Let's say a campaign says it's looking for a person with 5,000 followers. If you have 5,000 followers and the campaign is going to pay you 5,000, you can bid. If you have about 100 people that have bid for that, and then you say, okay, I'm going to bid this, and then say, okay, let them pay me 4.5. And you can stand a chance to get that campaign because your bid was a little bit lower. Okay, so that's how you do it. So I will do a short video on my channel, of course, because this is a live stream. Chances are, not everyone will see it from the beginning until the end. So for the sake of that, I'm going to do a short video on how to use the Humanz app, how you can create an account and all of that. Hopefully that will help someone. And let me do this. I'll do that today for you guys. Is that okay? I'll do that for you. So if you're on TikTok, you can come to my YouTube channel, Real Talk with Ntabi. The link is in the bio so that you can see what I'm talking about. All right. So that's basically how the app works. Okay. That's how the app works. And normally when a brand sends you a proposal or a campaign, they will tell you that you will need to post such an amount of content on this particular platform. Maybe they'll say, put out 3 posts on Instagram, 1 post on TikTok, 1 post on YouTube, whatever, and they pay you a certain amount of money. So it's a little bit different for every request and all of that, right? So that's how it is. Awesome. That's how it is. Now we moving to the last part of the show. Da, 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 da. Okay, but before that, let me show you one of the campaigns that I have done. Well, if you are obviously watching from a different platform, you won't be able to see, but I'm going to show you one campaign that I got to do with, it's a cleaning company that I did, that I got to do a campaign for. So yeah, just look at it there and yeah, hopefully you take something. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you so, so much. Rodney, you are so kind. You are so kind, Rodney. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again. It's good to see you again. Thank you. I'm definitely having a blessed day. I am definitely having a blessed day. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, guys, this is one of the campaigns that I did with a cleaning company that I work with. So this is basically how I would use the product and everything. So this is an idea of what you can expect when you like create a campaign or create some kind of campaign and everything, and share how you use the product and all of that. So I hope that this gives you an idea of understanding how this could actually work, all right? I'm hoping that you're taking something out of that. So yeah, it's basically showcasing how you would use the product and how effective it is, how it somehow helps you better your way of, cleaning or keeping your clothes, keeping your laundry, keeping your whatever that you're doing clean and everything. So yeah, I personally love cleaning. So this campaign for me was like the best because I love cleaning and everything. Okay, so definitely, I hope that you're taking something out of that. So let me just leave it there. Let me just leave it there. so that I don't get to waste time. We left with 5 minutes. Let's see, who do we have? Okay, sorry. We have a comment here. Musa saying, Naga observer, keep observing my brother. I'm sure I missed a lot. I had an online meeting. Not a problem. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back. It's not a problem. Thank you so, so much. So are we going to move to the last part of the show? We just have 5 minutes. 5 minutes and then we are out of here. So we are now talking about influencer marketing. So what is influencer marketing? Influencer marketing is a type of marketing that focuses on using key leaders to drive your brand's message or to your target audience. So when we say key leaders, we mean that key influencers or the right influencers for your brand, the right people that can sell a product, the right people that can take your product to another level. That is influencer marketing. Now you're asking yourself, how can I now, be one of those key leaders, key drivers to be able to drive a brand's message and to help them take their message to their right targeted audience. So this is how you do it. It's so important to know that for you to become an influencer, you need to create content. You need to obviously create content that is relevant to your audience. You need to prove yourself that you are able to create content, and you prove yourself by making sure that your audience are engaging on that particular content. When your audience are engaging on a particular product or particular brand or style of branding that you might be doing, style of content that you might be creating. If people are buying into that, there's this statistics or the stats is proof that okay, you can actually handle a campaign and more people can engage and buy into the savers. That's the proof that in terms of a campaign you need to deliver. So that's why your social media likes and followers and engagements. It's not just a matter of likes because guys, there are people that buy likes. There are people that just buy likes. But I want you to understand that buying likes is not a way to go, or just buying followers is not a way to go. You need to have a good audience, an authentic audience, right? So be human. So how do you become human? So be human, meaning if you have a platform and you create a campaign, don't just keep what posting and not engaging and commenting and talking to your audience as if you don't exist or your page is just a robot and all of that. Speak to your people, engage with them, just create conversations, ask them questions, go live and talk to them, find out how they are doing, engage with them, right? That's how you get to do it. And of course, the kind of content that you create, always make sure that you share it on your platform. You share it on your platform, right? You share it so that more and more people can see it and see the work that you're doing. Don't always be that person who keeps doing and doing something, but they're not willing to somehow reach out to more audience. So the more work that you do, it's okay to share. Like right now, after doing this live, I'm going to share it to different platforms. I'm going to share it to different platforms so that I can allow other people to see the work that I'm doing, to also allow them to somehow think of subscribing to my channel, to see a need, not somehow think, but to see value that I'm giving and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That's how you look at it. That's how it happens. So that's basically it, guys. I'm going to be doing a video about Humanz app. And like I said, I promised that I'm going to do it today. So I'm going to do it. That is the video that I'm going to post tonight at probably 7 p.m. I'm going to do it right away. I'm going to do that video and hopefully you will learn something out of it. So With that said, guys, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you, and it's time for me to be out of here. Love you always, and don't forget to make today count.